In this video, you will learn how to give documents to your children, whether they are minors or adults, so let's get started. I am Juan Vázquez, director of the GAL in Spain. And today, once again, I apologize because my voice is not very well, so it might not sound the same as usual, it might sound a bit lower, I might have to make more pauses, etc. I apologize, but I do not intend to miss the commitment of publishing a daily YouTube video, and that's why, even if I'm not in good health, I will still record, I will give it my all, and I hope you appreciate this effort. With a good like, a good comment, a good subscription is the least, right? To answer the question of how to give documents to your child or to your children in Spain, we need to differentiate between different scenarios, since the procedure and the possibility of doing that will change depending on your personal situation. So we have three scenarios. One, the scenario of a legal resident where your partner or spouse is not Spanish, you don't have, or they are not Spanish, okay? So that is scenario one. You are a legal resident in Spain who does not have a partner, or who has a partner, but that partner is not Spanish or not. They are from a European Union state or from Switzerland or the European Economic Area. Scenario 2, a legal resident but with a partner who is either Spanish or has the nationality of a European Union country or from Switzerland or the European Economic Area. And scenario 3, you are Spanish, not only do you have legal residency, but you also have Spanish nationality. In scenario 1, when you are a legal resident and do not have Spanish or European Union family members, then here you should know that you will only be able to reunite with your children under 18 years old. And this procedure can be done as long as your child is in their country of origin. This is known as reunification under the general regime, or simply reunification. What do you need to prove? Simply the relationship, that you have financial means and that you have suitable housing to accommodate that minor, or those minors you intend to host. Likewise, the more there are. The more financial means they will require from you, and the better or larger the housing will need to be. Does that mean if I have legal residency and have a minor child in Spain, I will never be able to get them papers? Well, yes and no. That is not through the reunification route, but that minor can obtain their papers through a figure called a residence permit for a foreign minor, not born in Spain, whose requirement is that they have a parent with legal residency and that the minor has been in Spain for at least 2 years. As you can see, the main requirement is not a connection with you, which is why it wouldn't be a reunification, but rather another figure where they will require 2 years in Spain. And a guardian, which would be you in this case with legal residency. This is not a reunification, but it is a way for your minor child to obtain papers. So, for the scenario where you are a legal resident and do not have a Spanish partner or one from a European Union country, there is the option of reunification for children under 18. And as long as they are in their country of origin, or if they are under 18, are in Spain but have been in Spain for at least 2 years, and you have legal residency. In both cases, you will be required to have a report of adequate housing which is requested from the town hall or the autonomous community, and you will also need to have sufficient financial means to ensure that neither you nor your child will be a burden on Spanish social assistance. If you want to know the amount of financial means required, let us know in the comments and we will send it to you. Assumption 2. When you are a legal resident in Spain and have a partner or spouse who is Spanish or from the European Union or the European Economic Area, or from Switzerland, okay? In these cases, the treatment will be the same as in scenario 3, basically, which is if you are Spanish or from the European Union or the European Economic Area or from Switzerland. And basically, in these cases, as of today, this video is recorded in March 2025. It means that you will be able to reunite with your children up to the age of 21 simply by proving the relationship and wherever they are. This means they can be either outside or inside Spain. And if you are Spanish, they will not ask you to prove either financial means or adequate housing. In the case that you are not Spanish, but you are a European citizen from the European Economic Area or Switzerland, you will only be required to prove financial means, but not adequate housing. Reuniting with children up to the age of 21 will be extremely easy, whether you do it directly or your partner does it by virtue of the marriage or partnership bond. In fact, the requirements are exactly the same. The only difference is that you will need to prove your relationship with your partner, and depending on whether that partner is Spanish or European, they will be asked for more or fewer requirements. But in general terms, it is quite simple. Here, it should also be noted that if you are Spanish, then your child, as long as you have taken the oath of nationality before they turned 18 years old. And as long as your child does not have 20 years, being below that age, they will be able to apply for Spanish nationality by option. These two conditions must be met. If they are not met, then you have until they are 21 years old to regroup them without any problem. After that age, you cannot regroup them. It does not mean that. It means that after that age, they require it. The requirements change in the sense that they will ask you to prove economic dependency, and they will ask you to prove the reason why that minor cannot provide for themselves, which at these ages is usually due to studies, although it can also be due to disability or illness. Remember that from May 20th, 2025, we have a new immigration regulation. What I have mentioned so far will not change except for the age for regrouping in the case that you are Spanish, or if you are from the European Union, or if you have a Spanish or European Union partner, there will be a change. And now, if your children are under 26 years old, you will not have to prove that they depend on you. Therefore, there will be a positive change, a change that will be possible. Because before, for children over 20, you had to prove that they depended on you. The reason why they were not working, well, now you don't. Now, it will only be for children over 25. That is to say, if your child is 25 years old or younger, simply the relationship, and that's it. And if they are older, over 25, then it will indeed be necessary to prove economic dependency and the reason why that child cannot support themselves. But it should be clear that it is already understood how a foreigner or a Spaniard can reunite their children who are abroad or in Spain. And there are other figures that also allow granting papers to children, but not exactly. It's a reunification. Like the residence permit for a foreign minor born in Spain, and even for a foreign minor born in Spain, which is when you have legal residence and a child is born to you in Spain there as well. That minor, by being born in Spain to a foreigner with legal residence, obtains their Spanish legal residence. But it is not exactly a reunification. Any additional questions? Leave them in the comments if it's a specific question, or if you want us to review your situation and outline the best path towards your legal residence or your child's residence, or towards your nationality or your child's nationality. Then, in the pinned comment, you have a link where you can schedule a consultation with me or a member of my team. And we would be delighted to make that path more direct and simpler towards your legal residence or your child's. Remember that we have a satisfaction guarantee that no one else in the market offers, according to which you either obtain your residence or your nationality, or you don't pay us a cent. The terms and conditions will be explained by the advisor during the consultation, but generally it works like this. Thank you for your like, for your comment, for subscribing. For God's sake, subscribe for this sacrifice I've made with my throat being here today, sharing this with you despite the pain. And we'll see each other next time. See you later.